What all information do you have?
In fact, that's
Manoj to explain the parameters of the case.
Let us.
Well, this is the whole issue. This is a very complex situation. Your lordships may take it from me. Let me, state a basic fact. No personal message on WhatsApp can never be read by any person, including WhatsApp. Including WhatsApp.
What information would you?
Now, if a person is on WhatsApp and on Facebook, he has to be on both. And he is carrying on activities on Facebook. That information, like any other intermediary, will be known.
You should know how many times one has WhatsApp X or Y.
No. Even that is not. That's also not available. So it's a very, as I said.
So what is available?
We have a proper representation to your lordships for that on the merits of the case. We can give it to your lordships. But these are the issues that ultimately will be dealt with. The issues of privacy, the issues of consent. No personal information, medical information, your sexual orientation.
How do you segregate?
Because there is nobody can read. Nobody can read.
WhatsApp
can't read. Where's the question of segregation?
So WhatsApp, the entire data.
Yes.
Is
not even stored.
Not even stored by us.
Stored in
stored by you.
Yes, it's stored in the individual phone. Both the person who makes the call, sends a message, and the person who receives it, they have the key. Both have the key. We don't even have the key. That's why, there's been no complaint since 2009. We're in 2023.
Take Facebook. What do you access?
Like any other intermediary, like Google, like
that's
everything.
Which was
That even the government platforms the same. It is
what we are saying. Whatever one is looking at,
Yeah.
everything is being stored somewhere. Is that the
no, not in WhatsApp messages. No.
not WhatsApp?
Yes.
Talking about.
That's known to everybody. If I am on Facebook and it's an open platform and I'm on Facebook, it will be known to everybody. Supposing I move from my house somewhere else and I use maps. The Google Maps, they will know from.
My phone reminds me that last month where all I have been.
So if your lordship moves from your house, to a guest, they will know that you have moved, That everybody will know. That's the nature of the. Kindly see. This is the nature, the whole. This is a complete revolution that has taken place in the manner that we function. And we have in Facebook, we have privacy policies, in place, and privacy settings in place. We can switch it off. We are
still in the process of.
So what I was trying to say.
Deciding whether to hear the.
What I was trying to say, your lordships may. I want to disabuse your lordships of the impression that whatever we say to each other in terms of messages or otherwise, even our conversations, is known to a third person, not even to WhatsApp. Otherwise, if this were so, immediately you would have got millions of complaints that look, these messages are being shown to other people from the platform. It is part of our privacy policy itself that you cannot use it. You can't. The question doesn't arise. We have filed affidavit to that effect. What is the information we have? Your EMI.
We have your
Phone number, name, which you give. That's all.
That is at the time of registration.
That's right. So that's the only information we have. It may not also be the correct name. Somebody may give a false name. Whatever name you give, that's the information we will have.
The phone number is
only the phone number.
Basically,
it's the phone number. There may be some other, but nothing to do with the content, nothing to do with personal information, nothing at all. And if you see, the rules itself, I will demonstrate to your lordships. Just kindly have a look at that rule. Now, sensitive. So, there's a difference between personal information and sensitive personal information. Sensitive personal data or information of a person means such personal information which consists of information relating to password, financial information such as bank account or credit card or debit card or other payment instrument details, physical, psychological, sociological and mental health condition, sexual orientation, medical records and history, biometric information, any detail relating to the above clauses as provided to body corporate for providing service, and any of the information received under above clauses by body corporate for processing, stored or processed under lawful contract or otherwise. Well, I just pause here for a minute. Since 2009, there has not been one complaint in India amongst the 600 million users who have said that any of this personal information has been revealed to anybody or is known to anybody. And WhatsApp does not process personal sensitive information, does not process. That's our policy. It is for sensitive. It is only for sensitive information.
What you're saying is,
And we don't process sensitive personal
what
data.
you're saying is,
Yes.
a distinction appears to be made between disclosure of information and
Yeah.
transfer of information.
Yeah.
6 deals with disclosure of information.
Yeah.
That requires a consent.
Yes.
When it comes to transfer of information,
Yeah.
now, for example, like you said, Facebook and somebody is on both. You make use of the information for purpose of various.
Not personal information, brother.
Listen.
Not sensitive personal information. No.
Any information.
No, 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 no.
But also as a consent.
Rule 7 makes it very clear.
No, brother. With respect, it says transfer sensitive personal information.
That's right.
So it's we don't do it, but we don't keep it.
They're telling you, please read that transfer may be allowed only if it is necessary. For the
But that is by contract or consent, brother.
Correct. If it is by contract with a third party,
Yeah.
without the consent.
It is with consent. It can't be without consent.
But then what does Rule 7 say? Or
Either or, brother. Brother, supposing I want to perform an operation, brother, the kidney operation somewhere.
you want to perform your contractual obligation with
Well,
the
there's a kidney operation that the doctor wants to perform, brother.
giving perhaps the wrong example. We are giving an example where you have a pecuniary interest to secure in the sense that you have a financial obligation and you are providing this information and you're getting consideration.
No, we
Back
don't.
to the-
We don't, Malaj. Your lordship may take it, record my statement. We don't provide that information to anybody.
What is there? That's your statement.
But Malaj, somebody is challenging it. I'm sorry to intervene.
We are telling you the clause, Rule 7 is capable of being utilized
Yes, I
to
can-
transfer information without consent.
We are within a we are in
You
a
could understand,
we are in a constitution bench, Malaj. If we are in a constitution bench, if any such infraction had taken place, it would be before you. They would have said that this is what has happened. We take consent every time. We don't do it without consent.
The question is not whether you do it without consent or without consent. The question is whether law permits you to do it.
But Malaj, that law does permit me as long as I have consent.
No, without consent you can. We are again asking.
But there's a contract then, Malaj. Then there's a contract.
So if there is a contract irrespective of the consent of the data provider, with the person whose data you are actually going to transfer, you can transfer it.
But Malaj,
That's the law. We are not.
if there is a contract, that means isn't inherent in the contract is the consent, Malaj.
To be part of, the sort of small print.
That's what I'm saying. It is inherent.
Small print that you will have, that you will actually.
No, Malaj. There is no such thing.
For your lordship is the nature of the consent. And whether
Malaj, just kindly see 5.1. Malaj, we are now going into the merits. Kindly see 5.1.
See, because WhatsApp may be in a different position.
Malaj, they are only interested in WhatsApp. They are not interested in anybody else. This is only against WhatsApp, Malaj.
Maximum user is WhatsApp.
Meta is there.
That's
Meta is
Meta is for Facebook, Malaj. They have not challenged Facebook.
Challenge
Only WhatsApp.
Can I
But
give
anyway,
another illustration how it operates? While maintaining that they must not share. There are, for example, forget WhatsApp for the time being to understand this rule. There are several intermediaries. One of them is say Google Pay or Paytm. Correct? We use it. In some corporations or some companies, there is a contract with the company and the employer as a part of their purchase. That the company would be permitting you to use your Google Pay up to the extent of say 5,000 for the purpose of buying groceries. Now there would be a contract between Google Pay, that is the intermediary, that company which is reimbursing, and the user who is using the Google Pay up to 5,000. And that company would require that you provide us the information that he has in fact used it for grocery. That's kind of a contract model is contemplated. But without consent
Yes.
of the user, no intermediary should or can transfer, share, or any way disseminate any personal or sensitive data at all.
we support it. It's exactly that. Kindly come
That's
to
the end of
5.1.
the sentence.
We
Say
agree.
about Rule 7, which we pointed out.
I just point out consent, Malaj 5. It says so. Without consent, it can't be
It
done.
says contract.
Kindly see collection of information. body corporate or person on its behalf shall obtain consent in writing through letter or fax or email from the provider of sensitive personal data or information regarding purpose of usage before collection of such information. So consent is necessary. It's at the heart of the matter.
So your normal privacy policy,
Yes,
which we
yes,
key in,
yes.
do they contain this kind of data sharing?
Yes, 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 very much so.
100.
Very much so.
The three links are
This is the point I was making, Malaj, and this very
Basically, when somebody has clicked in
yes.
without reading, because
yes.
Yes.
the print is
No, Malaj.
Designed to
No
manage
question
the-
without consent. It doesn't
But
happen.
if you download WhatsApp,
yes.
the first thing you have to do is to agree to the privacy policy by clicking. You can read it. It's not like that fine print of the dry cleaner without their old English cases.
How many pages are there?
Hardly.
And
But it's
Malaj,
not that much. You can read it. And it is not small print. You can enlarge it.
The pages.
Malaj, and this is true of it is true of every app. It's not just for WhatsApp, Malaj. This is
You
true of
have
every
to
app.
agree.
The manner in which
You have to agree. So,
There is an
Malaj,
issue
point
to-
is that is the subject matter of the legislation.
Now, without signing the privacy policy,
Yeah.
can I have access to WhatsApp?
No.
So therefore, my lord,
So essentially, with the user, there's an inbuilt contract
yes.
of sharing of information.
Yes, absolutely. No, what information? Malaj, kindly see. Personal information is not shared. Sensitive personal information is not shared. No way. Because we don't collect it. Messages we can't see, so that's not an issue.
So what do you collect as WhatsApp?
Malaj,
It's available to you.
as I said, information, phone number, essentially a phone number.
Essentially, who I have contacted.
Yes, exactly. That also we don't know, Malaj.
See, my lord.
Then what do you know?
Only know, Malaj, if somebody, if the enforcement authorities ask about a particular individual, we'll give him 2 or 3 basic things. What is called basic information, basic subscriber information.
That is who is from whose phone it is being.
That's all. That we'll get. That's all. Nothing more than it.
When your lordship
The
examines
name and the phone. So, Malaj, the point that I'm making to your lordships is these are issues that will be resolved in the law that is being framed. There's a chapter called consent. There's a whole chapter on consent. There's a separate chapter on consent.
In European Union,
Yes.
also is it implicit that you share this information? 1 minute. Do you have the same contract for European Union?
Malaj, that's a different regime. Malaj.
No, we are asking.
No, it's a different contract. Malaj, a different regime.
And in United States?
Well, that entirely, Malaj, same as in India. Same as in India. And the rest of the world, same as in India. Now the government is taking a call, Malaj, looking at both regimes and deciding what regime or the mixture of those. It must be an Indian, Malaj, flavor to all this. That's what the explanation is.
Lord, on the lighter side, it was said that whenever we click I agree on any of these intermediaries button, it is with the same application of mind with which we say I agree to our wives.
I don't know.
You don't have a choice.
I
You say I agree.
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand the flavor of that consent, Malaj.
This is on the lighter side, not
That's
on
all.
the
Later caveat is not applicable to the earlier one.
And there is no opting out in
I
that.
hope
Malaj.
it's not an official stand. my lord.
No. This is not an official.
Malaj, may I tell your lordships another thing? Forget WhatsApp. In many other platforms, Malaj, including government media platforms, there is not even a provision which says I agree.
Yes.
Not a provision which even says ask for agreement. Continued use is deemed consent on government apps.
Yes.
Forget about WhatsApp.
Government apps mean which apps?
My lord, IRCTC.
IRCTC.
The ticket booking.
Yes,
Yes.
everything.
Arogya se.
Arogya se.
Arogya. Then my lord, Beam.
Any-
The payment app.
There is no reference to
Take
consent.
it all.
So your lordships are now, if your lordships make this kind of law, all of this will be out of business.
They will be out of business.
We will still be in business.
By Parliament.
But all I'm saying is if you enter into this field, then all these issues will be, and that's exactly what the legislation is going to deal with.
Lord, may I put it another way? Kindly ask them, what is that personal information which is shared of which they are aggrieved of?
That's all.
You must understand that, Lord, we are debating it.
Like to put to you some